A buddy of mine used to work in EC2 and now has a startup. And he reached out to me and said, "Hey, Anurag, how do you think about balancing quality with innovation? I need to move fast, but, I feel like I'm going to not build things as well as I used to at AWS if I do that. How do you think about that problem?" So, it's interesting. I actually came to this problem at the first startup I went to, after being part of Oracle. Now, at Oracle, some of the things I wrote probably run 1 trillion times a minute, every single day. And so you have to build it to a pretty different standard. But what I came to was it's not about quality versus innovation. It's about the half-life of software. What do I mean by that? So the half-life of software is exactly what you think it is, which is how long does it take before half of the lines of code in a particular area are rewritten. And so the things that have a long half-life, we need to pay a lot of attention to. There are things that have a long half-life because they appear everywhere in your software. So for example, I spent a lot of time designing the tracing APIs for internal logging inside my system. This predates Log4j and all that. But when I think about authentication back then, maybe I know that I just need to get something that works and is robust because I'm going to get 100 requests for improvements. And so it's actually under a fast half-life. So maybe I underinvest in that area, not doing everything I'm capable of doing, but just what I need to get done because I know it's going to change pretty quickly. So that's a way that startups can be different, and because you have a limited number of hours and you need to optimize how you apply them. And so what you want to do is not just optimize for what's most important, but what's going to change least frequently. It's interesting. One of my startups got acquired by Oracle, and just for fun, I went and looked at some of the code I'd written 20 years earlier. It hadn't changed. It's really good. I spent a long, hard time making it sure it was bulletproof. But, my startup code changes weekly. So, depending on the area. So I think it's a good modality for you to think about when you think about where to apply your resources.